As we all know, the biggest risk to a show isn't the gear, it's the crew. They can make or break a show. As an industry, we rely heavily on the ability to scale our workforce to meet the individual short-term staffing requirements that each show needs. In the past, we've been able to coordinate a mix of full-time employees with a curated roster of freelancers familiar with our operations. But to stay competitive, most companies scaled back on full-time staff and rely more on freelancers and local labor pools. More than ever, the need for experience, reliability, chemistry, consistency, and communication has never been greater.
That's where the concept of organizing a CrewPod comes in. A CrewPod is a small, curated group of independent technicians, operators, and engineers who regularly work together, managed by an internal coordinator. It's not a random group of freelancers pulled together last minute, like a schoolyard pickup game. It's a coordinated elite unit, a unified team of pros who know each other's working styles, are familiar with each other's strengths, that communicate clearly, and operate as one cohesive crew. They are invested in each other and work as a team to overcome challenges, ideate solutions, and celebrate success. Some may wonder, what is the purpose of organizing freelancers into CrewPods?
It's simple. To bridge the gap between the flexibility of freelance labor and the consistency of a full-time production team. Most production and project managers will tell you they'd rather work with the same people every show. But most companies don't have the volume to keep every freelancer from taking other jobs. Freelancers have other commitments. Their availability shifts, schedules overlap, and substitutes have to fill in. The pod model solves that by building a bench, a network of interchangeable, pre-aligned techs who can step in for each other without the learning curve or personality friction that can derail a show. If one person isn't available, another pod member fills the role, but without sacrificing quality, chemistry, or the collaborative spirit. Most important, the transition is seamless and transparent.
Let's hear about the benefits. For us labor buyers, the biggest benefit is trust and consistency. I'm not just getting a body to fill a slot. I know I'm getting a team that works together. A team that I can hand off a drawing to or assign mission-critical projects to, and let them go. They know the job, and they know each other better than I do. I will let them assign tasks among themselves, trust them to manage resources, and execute independently. They will come back to me if they have questions, but they work pretty autonomously. No need for my direct supervision.
They know how to execute in high-pressure environments. That means fewer mistakes, fewer delays, better support for department heads, and the ability to free up the project manager.
There's also a huge operational benefit. Since I am provided everyone's contact info prior to load-in, I can make sure everyone has the most up-to-date drawings, production schedules, pull lists, and client expectations. That's huge for me.
Important to note, although you can talk to every member of the pod, that doesn't mean you have to. Because the pod lead has its own project manager, someone is always tracking details. The call time, timesheets, dress code, gear list, schedule changes, etc. The project manager won't have a dozen people coming up to them asking the same questions.
Or force me to hunt down everyone if there is a change to call time in the morning.
Yes, if there's a change or update or new project or a new expectation, it only has to be communicated once.
For the crew, the benefits are just as real. Working in a pod means I'm not showing up cold. I know who I'm working with. I know who's on comms, who's handling what, and how to back them up if I need to. And I know they will back me up 100%. I walk into the gig knowing what the expectations are and who I can go to for help.
That creates a stronger show experience and reduces the friction that can come with last-minute or one-off calls. At its core, the freelance CrewPod model increases confidence.
As a labor buyer, I feel confident that my shows will run smoothly.
As a CrewPod member, I feel confident that I'm walking into a professional environment.
In a business where trust is everything, that kind of confidence is priceless. For more information about Extra's freelance CrewPods, visit us online at www.extracrew.net. Thank you.